There's a cemetery where no gravestone casts a shadow, not even under the brightest sun. Locals say it's the burial ground of those who denied their own death. A historian decided to investigate and noticed something terrifying. Every time he turned his back, his own shadow vanished. He tried to run, but the ground seemed to move with him. Then, out of nowhere, a gravestone appeared with his name on it, still wet and dated for the next day. Since then, no one dares approach at noon. The light is too clear and reveals what should stay hidden. Do you love this kind of dark mystery? Subscribe to the channel. Your shadow might be next.
In the countryside of Bahia, people tell of a seamstress who appeared at night to mend clothes left on the clothesline. They said she worked in silence and never showed her face. But one day, a little girl hid to watch her and saw the woman sewing with her own fingers, each stitch drawn with a fresh cut of blood. When the girl screamed, the woman lifted her veil. She had no mouth, only a tightly stitched line where a smile should have been.
A family moved into an old house and noticed something strange. Every time someone spoke, the voice came back different. The echoes didn't repeat. They answered. One night the daughter asked, "Who's there?" And the echo replied, "You." The next day she vanished. Do you like this kind of dark story? Subscribe to the channel. Maybe the next voice will be yours.
Deep in the Chilean interior lies a valley where sound never echoes, not screams. Not gunshots, not even thunder. Everything vanishes into the air, as if swallowed whole. Locals call it the Valley of Silence, but sometimes the silence gives something back. Explorers report hearing their own screams return hours later, distorted, deeper, as if repeated by something else. And those who hear it never come back with the same voice. Based on true events. If you believe the wind can speak, watch until the end. In the countryside of Minas Gerais, an old gold mine was reopened by curious explorers. Locals say the air inside seemed to breathe. One of them heard a whisper calling his name and went in alone. The others followed the sound to a blocked tunnel. Behind the rocks they heard knocking and a faint voice. "Get me out of here!" When they finally broke through, all they found was his helmet and a wall covered in deep scratch marks. On the helmet, a recording played on loop. Now it's your turn. If you like stories like this, subscribe to the channel and comment, would you go down into that mine?
At the top of a mountain, there is a monastery where the bells never ring. The monks swear that one night, the sound of the bells caused the sky to darken in seconds. Since then, no one dares to touch them, but sometimes the wind blows and a distant chime echoes, deep, metallic, almost human. They say it's the warning of a soul that hasn't finished praying, like this kind of dark mystery. Subscribe to the channel. There are bells waiting to be heard.
An artist found an old frame at a flea market. He decided to paint his wife's face on it, but as soon as he finished, the portrait began to change. Its eyes followed anyone who walked by, and one night, the painting started to cry. The tears were red. Days later, the artist vanished and the portrait was left on display. They say that if you stare at it too long, it blinks. Do you love this kind of dark mystery? Subscribe to the channel and discover what else is hiding in the shadows.